Hey guys, welcome to the 30 Days to Learn Adobe After Effects course. My name is Vincent Nguyen, and today in this lesson we're going to be talking about keying within After Effects. So here in After Effects, I just have a plain green screen footage plate here of this woman. Now most of you guys may have keyed out green screen footage in your video editor such as Premiere or Sony Vegas, but in After Effects it's a little bit different, a little bit more complex. But the reason why it's more complex is because we have more power and the authority to create more advanced composites and green screen removals for more complex shots. For an example, maybe you want to composite her into a battlefield or a spaceship, whatever it is. I'm going to show you guys basically how to key stuff out within After Effects, just a really rough overview of key light. So we can remove this green screen background by applying an effect called key light, and this is After Effects' built-in keyer. So I'm going to drag key light into the green screen footage here, and by default nothing happens. Now the first thing you want to do is select the actual green. So right now we have a really nice clean green screen shot here. So I'm going to select the screen color, get the eyedropper tool here, and just select the green that we want to key out. And right off the bat, that looks really nice, and it's a really clean key. And you could stop here, but there are tons and tons of more options within key light, as you see here. Most of it is very complex, and most of it is just straightforward, such as the pre-blur here. But we can play around with the gain, which is the screen gain. And by doing that, it's just gonna clean out all the extra junk on our green screen here. We can also play around with the screen balance. Most of this is just very experimental. I mean, these parameters and these values will be completely different depending on what kind of shots you have, how clean your shot is, and stuff like that. So I just have this woman keyed out here. And as you can see, we can kind of have this very subtle transparency in her shirt, because if you look at the original shot here, you can see that there's some green spill on her clothing. So when we key out this green, it's going to somewhat key out some of our shirt here because of the spill. And there are a lot of things you can do to kind of remove that in key light. So just so that we can see this a little bit better, I'm going to drag in a background. I'm going to drag in my ship background here. And we'll just scale it down a little bit. And you can kind of see that her face is somewhat transparent because there was spill on her face and some spill on her shirt. So we can go back to the green screen footage here. Go back to key light. We'll go into the screen matte. And we can just play around with some of these settings. First off, I want to crush the blacks a little bit, just so we have a little more contrast. Like that. And then also want to play around with the clip white, which is just going to restore some of that detail back into our lady here. And as you can see, now we don't have transparency anymore. We have this really nice clean shot of our woman here. And then of course you have the rollback, which is gonna kind of push back and reverse our key, as you see here, kind of just pushes it back a little bit. And then you want to always try to give some softness into your key. Most of the time your keys are really rough and sharp. So I want to set the screen softness to 1. And that's just going to give us a very nice subtle blur to the edge of our lady here, just so it looks a little bit better. And of course you have all these other options here. These are a little bit more advanced options, so I won't really be covering them in this lesson, but this has just been a really quick introduction to key light. Whenever you key something out, another quick tip is to always color correct your shot here as well as your foreground. So you want to color correct this lady here so that she blends in more with her scene. But in this lesson, we just took a look at how to simply key out a lady using key light and just removing our green screen footage. So a really quick overview. In the next lesson, we're going to be talking about tracking within After Effects and how to use it, stabilization, and stuff like that. So look forward to that. If you guys have any further questions, don't hesitate to leave me a message in the forums, and I'll get to them as soon as I can. Once again, guys, my name is Vincent Nguyen. I'll see you guys in the next lesson. Bye, guys.